And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Oh, it feels nice. Even though we're pre-recording, it doesn't matter. The energy is still good in the room. We are packed in here.
I need good energy.
You're all about that good energy. It's The Bonfire. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95.
I was coughing.
He's going through it over there. I'm Big J. Oakerson. That handsome, yet really going through it right now.
Just coughing, dude. Coughing fit.
Coughing up. That's Dan Soder. Handsome Dan
How
Soder.
you doing? Here at Handsome Dan's Barbecue, we promise you barbecue that looks good, but does not taste good.
Sitting with us for 2/3 of this Lost Tapes is going to be a good friend of the show. You know him from the Amigos podcast on the Osiris Network or anywhere you download podcasts from. It's Mike Fenoy, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Poncho Mike. I like Mike and glasses.
Mike.
Yeah.
America's amigo. Yeah.
I gotta
like
do it,
glasses,
man.
Mike, too.
I love it.
I got LASIK so I wouldn't be an old bald guy with glasses, and it wore off.
Wait, your LASIK, I got LASIK in May. How long did it take for your LASIK to wear off?
I got it in when I was 20 years old, and it took like 11 or 12 years to wear off. When I was 16, Dan, the doctors were like, when you're 18, there's going to be a surgery where you're never going to have to wear glasses ever. They talked about it like the future.
The future, the flying cars.
Yeah, and then
a pill, that's food.
And then it finally happened. I signed a stack of papers this big. They did the surgery, and it was phenomenal for like the first 10 years, 11 years.
Okay.
And
now
so 3 years later, he started seeing the crimes of another man.
No.
Yeah.
He started seeing blood stains where murders had once occurred.
Yeah.
And the soul's still realmed.
And then he felt an obligation to go solve said crimes.
Yep.
Mike
Which is when I became the low-risk vigilante.
Yeah. He goes, ooh, that's pretty high up there. I could get hurt. I'll stay down here.
I'll pass.
No.
I'll just
I'm not
knock
gonna do
phones
that
out of
one.
people's hands.
I got a Monday Night Football game to watch. Pass.
Would love
Can
to
I
help
say
you,
pass?
but-
If you're like the ghost whisperer, you know, they come to her, she goes, I'm going to say pass. This seems like it's going to be a lot.
Charles Bronson saying no.
Yeah. No.
And how many are there? 8?
Yikes.
If I had a rocket launcher, maybe.
Yeah. Dude, fucking, that's so great. The lazy vigilante. He goes, I'm not going to clean up the whole city.
Yeah.
Maybe a half a block.
I'll tell you what, though, my street's going to be fucking ship-shape.
That's how I turn 0 to 60 into like a positive thing. Like if someone doesn't hold the door, like my low risk, like I'll just scream thank you as loud as possible.
Ooh, passive aggressive vigilante.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if someone's tweeting and driving, I'm in a car, guys texting, I'm like, bro, let's go, green light. Like, and I just get shitty with them, you know?
I Batman voice him. Get off your phone. Where is he?
I can't. I'm not good at being that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not. I had a profound moment in my life this Sunday at the movies. There was a guy a few seats over from us. I think he was checking fantasy football scores or something, but his brightness was way up on his phone, and he just had it open on his lap, and it was just shining up for 10 minutes. 5 minutes of me just going like, he's going to stop. He'll get it. He'll stop.
Yeah.
He didn't. He just left it there and was like watching the movie with it just open and not turning off on its own. It made me nuts. And I go to Christine. I go, I don't know. Do you want to tell him? Do you want to acknowledge that's happening, or do you want me to go do it? If I do it, I'm telling you, I'm already 3 steps ahead that me and this guy are rolling around in the aisles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I go over and she started to go, no, you know, I'm going to do it. And I went over and I go, sir, could you please turn your phone? It's like a flashlight. And he went, oh, I'm very sorry. Yeah, sure. And he flipped it over and turned it off. And I went back to my seat like, the world's all right.
Dude, this is why
that worked out okay.
This is why more people need to have shower arguments with themselves, by themselves, because you get that craziness out, and then when you see someone, you go, hey, real quick, can you turn your phone off? I'm like, absolutely.
It's all about the energy you bring into it.
In the story, no, you're wrong. In the story, I'm always going, hey, would you mind? I don't want to have a thing. It's like I'm not trying to bother you, but if you wouldn't mind, like, this is bothering me, so if you could just stop that one thing, it's not changing your life really much at all. And then most people are kind of like, fuck you.
Really?
I feel that's the world. No.
Why do you
I don't know if that's what's happening.
It's
I'm
not.
saying in my head that's what's happening.
In my head, I always end up getting attacked by a group of ninjas. That's where every escalation goes.
At a movie theater?
Oh, dude, it turns out.
I get it. Ninjas.
Yeah.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
No, you're turning it race-racial. I was keeping it martial arts.
Yeah. Ninjas. Yeah.
Well, I know
a
you.
pack of ninjas coming at you, right?
I know you and your race-baiting material.
Yeah. You were at
would
the
like to
bodega
think-
one time, and a pack of ninjas came in to buy Newports. sports.
You can project all you want. I'm saying
project. I would never say ninjas. That's not my.
You
thing.
wouldn't say if there were some stealth assassins dropping in on a movie theater.
Why you think they're stealth? Because they're so dark?
You are appropriating.
That one
They
got
move
me.
well in the night?
That one got me. I was going to stick to it, but then that got me.
Okay, I was talking about black people.
The anxiety.
I know you were. Okay, I got me.
Okay.
I actually was talking about Far Eastern assassins. No, but every argument in my head always goes to a physical confrontation. Even what we said we're going to talk about, which is true, is when I see people on public FaceTime.
Yeah.
I feel those are the people to be immediately the most shitty to you.
What's wrong with you? Do you even think that's a thing?
It's more accepted now than it's ever been. And if you publicly FaceTime,
Isabella's done it to me.
I shame on you.
I can't stand it. It drives me nuts.
This is one of the first times I saw the only person I know that had the chutzpah to publicly FaceTime that I knew. This was 5 years ago. My old handsome roommate Pete. Vecchione and I are on the couch. I'm smoking bowls, being cool.
All around badass.
Basically just sitting around, smoking dope, not taking
Kicking fucking ass.
Not taking shit.
Not taking shit from anybody.
Vecchione and I are sitting on the couch watching Family Guy.
Sucking on a ring you keep on a chain around your neck?
Yeah. I go, I'm throwing knives into the wall, having Vecchione retrieve them. I throw them back perfectly every time. Same point.
Killing
dartboard. But no, I'm getting stoned, and Vecchione and I are sitting on the couch watching Family Guy, and handsome Pete walks in, FaceTiming a girl. He comes in the door and he goes, hey, he's all drunk and he's like, what's up? Yeah, these are my roommates. What's going on?
I hate that you got me involved now.
Yeah. And I'm on the couch just high.
Dan, he likes to hang out in his boxers.
He goes, this is a sad guy that smokes too much weed that I told you about. Dude, Nate had the greatest thing one time of saying Pete, when he talks to the hot girls he hooked up with, when they're asking me about the roommates, and it's like, what? He's like, oh, no. It's like the girl explaining us to her friends as Pete's roommate, me and Vecchione, and Nate called Vecchione a former Mr. Pennsylvania. And it made me laugh. It makes me laugh sometimes. Randomly, you just think of him in a yellow bikini bottom with a pin on his fucking hips, and it's like, Mr. Pennsylvania, Michael Vecchione.
Michael Anthony.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
He goes,
it's me.
He's just posing. So he does that. He's like publicly FaceTiming with her, and he's like, those are my roommates. And he just goes in his room and shuts the door. So Vecchione and I
Look at their bodies.
It's all mushy.
He's so high right now.
Oh, touch him. All weird. I go, Pete,
This is my roommate sitting in an awkward position.
I sit up more. I go, stretch the body out. Stretch the body out.
What's up? I was getting ready to bang out some burpees.
What's up?
Chin forward.
Dude, I told you guys the story that the girl that played the secretary on season 1 of Billions hooked up with Handsome Pete 5 years before I was on the show, and we put it together on set.
Yeah, I think you did tell us.
Wow.
That.
And I told her, and which was true, I was like, you're the reason I wear a t-shirt out of my bedroom every day.
Really?
Yeah, because I came out shirtless and I was hungover as fuck, about to rip down an Arizona green tea. And I cracked it open, and she was just sitting on the couch, and I was like... And I was like, hi. She's like, and Pete's like one of his basketball jerseys.
That's not that cool. You walk out.
It's like one bean out of your boxers.
You see a hot chick. And
That's where you're wrong.
Then you open up a can of iced tea.
I didn't see her. I was so hungover. I went into the kitchen, opened it, and was like wolfing it down. And then I stopped. I was shirtless, and I stopped and I looked over, and she was sitting on the couch, and I was like, oh, hi. She was like, hi, I'm friends with Pete. I was like, yeah. And I just like went back in my room and.
So you drink canned iced tea, huh?
She goes, do you think it's healthy because it's green? I'm like,
99 cents.
yeah, dude, it's the best.
I know.
And then
I don't know, but you get a gallon for $1.
Lewis was the one who goes, when Lewis first got skinny a couple of years ago, he's like, dude, this is fucking 4 Snicker bars. You're drinking 4 Snicker bars. And I was like, oh my God, that's a lot of sugar. But anyway, so the public FaceTimes, he shuts the door. And then Vecchione and I are just on the couch. And then out of nowhere on the window, we just hear, and I'm like, who the fuck's knocking on our, we're on the first floor. I'm like, who the fuck's knocking on our window? I'm stoned as shit, and I open the blinds, and a police flashlight's in my face. And they're like, NYPD, open the door. And I'm like, fuck. And I shut the blinds. I take my weed, hide my pipe. I'm like, what the fuck?
Vecchio's flushing it down the toilet like Karen.
Vecchio's just laying his guns out like an assassin. And he goes, they finally came for me. And you go, what? Mike, what?
He goes, Dan, back my play.
He's like the Indian and Predator.
He goes, do you know how to use a gun? I go, no. He goes, that's the safety. Aim it at these guys. They're going to be coming through at any moment. Vecchio, what are you not telling me? Vecchio, what are you not telling me? He goes,
if you need extra clips, yell at me.
He goes, Papa's got a taste of blood.
This is a rosary.
Dude, how funny is that?
I knew this day would come. I was going to talk to you guys about it.
Yeah,
but I can't talk to you about it right now.
He just goes into his room and pulls out a big duffel bag and throws it on the table. He goes, I knew this day was coming. He goes, you ever shot an AR-15? Well, you're about to. He goes, crossfire, need it set up. Get that Ruski out here.
I wish I would have got the under this apartment tunnel going faster. Shit.
Son of a bitch. Do you know how? He goes, this is
one way out of here.
Cyanide tablet. Put it under your tongue if they close in. You do not know me. My name is not Michael Vincenzo. Who are you?
Mike, who are you?
Mike?
He goes, well, in the old country, they called me.
He goes,
Benedetto.
Giuseppe.
Are you familiar with Count of Monte Cristo? What? Huh?
I've got treasure.
I've got treasure buried.
Is it nighttime?
Dude, it's 1:15 in the morning.
Perfect.
And so the fucking
raid,
like NYPD, and I'm like, oh fuck. And then I go out there and put on my whitest voice.
What's up, Mr. Officer?
No, more like this. Good evening, sirs.
You guys both look dashing in blue, might I add.
I respect the arm of the law, and I have cataracts.
Ooh, can I touch your gun?
Oh.
Okay.
Whoa.
Can I get you an Arizona iced tea?
I go, is he a bad cop and batter cop? Yeah. You guys want to come in? You guys like iced tea that costs 99 cents?
Because that's Mike. He's cool. We have some pizza bagels.
And you guys
they're a little cold.
Are any of you guys decent at UFC too?
The flop wrist. Oh, so that's Mike. He's cool. Goes, that's my chair. You can sit in it. I'm gonna go rip a shit. But when I come out, I do need it back.
The second I open up, I'm like, hey, hello. I go to the very front door of the building, and I'm like, can I help you? And they're like, is someone live here that ran out on a cab fare? And I was like,
Handsome Pete.
And then he comes out FaceTiming, and he's like, what's up? Dude, seriously, it's such handsome guy energy where he just goes, what's up? And I was like, dude, the fucking cops are here. Did you not pay for his cab? He goes, I know what it is. He fucking was FaceTiming in the back of a cab, ran his credit card and just got out. Didn't wait for it to be, validated or whatever.
Yeah.
Just fucking swiped, FaceTimed, walked through the front door.
Swoped.
Is it? It's not.
It's past tense.
Swoped.
It's not swiped. You guys are assholes.
You swiped it before.
You guys are both dicks.
You swipe it.
It's swiped.
But before you
swiped.
swope.
102
swiped.
P's.
You swoped it.
I'll say swope because I'm stupid. And I like the word, and it sounds nice.
You're stupid.
But it's stupid. And then he just went out there. He just went out there and acted like it wasn't a big deal that the cops just showed up at our house. Wow. I guess the cab driver pulled over and was like, "Help! That guy just ran out." And Pete's just FaceTiming in his
Two
building.
more people get to tell the world about my body.
And he goes, "Oh, yeah, dude, imagine how disrespectful that must have looked to that cab driver." He's just like, bloop, bloop. He's like, my friend, what are you doing? You're walking?" And he's just like, anyways, that was a pretty crazy summer.
He's like, babe, I got a bug hanging.
You're just adding
tunnels.
You're adding the media to a situation where also it's usually done with earbuds or headphones.
No, he was full.
So you don't think so? All you're seeing is one side of a conversation, and knowing that they're being looked at, acknowledging face stuff. So now you're going, and then he comes up to me, all just like, ooga booga 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 booga, and I'm all like, "Ew."
Let me tell you something even
what
better.
What are you doing?
Pete's can be such a supreme asshole. No headset.
She's letting it bleed.
You just heard her.
Oh, God.
And he always goes, these Americans are pretty cool. It's like, you can hear her go, they're not as hot as you, though. Yeah. And he's looking at you guys like, right.
Oh, this chick wants it. He goes,
you're like, can you stop? Your friend's hurting my feelings. He goes, they both look weird and old.
Why are you?
I know, I'm always saying to them, he goes, fuck her, guys.
He goes,
I never said that.
He goes, I'm going to come on her because of that. I don't care.
Oh, he goes, dude, I'm going to fuck her so hard because of that. Right now.
You go, I'm
so mean to her.
I don't do the best was one time he was banging a girl in our bathroom, and we split a bathroom between three of us, and I'm just playing Madden, and you just hear like, And I'm just like, all right. Just sitting there.
Mike, pick your defense.
I just sitting there. I was by myself. No one was home. And I was like, and they were already fucking in his bedroom. But then they moved to the bathroom, which is closer, and the walls are thinner.
They went to go fuck in the bathroom?
Yeah, and you're like, dude, what do you... First off, our shower is gross.
Dude, I've never lived in a situation of like a bunch of like roommates.
Oh, really?
Where you have to
I live with
politely
5
go,
dudes.
someone's going to fuck. And when I had DeRosa was the only person who would ever bring home chicks once in a while. So
Yeah.
it was weird.
It's always weird. It's always weird.
hated it.
It's always weird to just be sitting there and just hearing like, yeah, and then you just hear like, yeah.
That was 3 years of my life.
Oh yeah, living with Christine and Jay, you heard all the sexual exploits. Well, I will say this: Vecchione and I haven't really heard each other because I fuck pretty quietly, and Vecchione fucks like a Terminator fighting another Terminator.
So you hear him fucking. It just
You just hear him.
sounds like
You just hear him getting thrown around.
Vecchione puts Lou Prima on 9. He just blasts the pictures.
pictures of Gary on your wall shaking.
Where's the boy? Of course, I'm back in time.
You just hear Dominic the donkey coming
Yeah.
from his room.
And me, I just sound like a bear slowly dying. I'm like, oh. Yeah, that. And then a cough. Yeah. Vecchione and I split. We had a wall. We were wall mates for a little bit when I lived in the windowless room, and I don't know if you ever heard me
Beating dick.
banging because I was
Probably.
the actress.
Do you ever have an actual roommate, like a
Not a child.
but like get an apartment in college? We had a 3-bedroom place, 6 of us lived there, so it was 2 per room.
That's too much. That's
It was crazy. Yeah.
No, dude, I did that freshman year in the dorms.
When
That
do you
was it.
I never
dick?
lived in the dorms. We
In the
just-
shower
In the
when I was a
shower.
freshman.
Yeah, it was a
You can't
pure
you can't get
shower.
over that.
I beat it one time when Sleepo, but that's where I started. That's actually where I became. Actually,
I was
no,
going to say you're a shower
In
jerker.
high school, I jerked in the shower.
Such a weird
Because I knew I could
uncomfortable place
lock.
to do it.
I knew
I
I
hate jerking in the shower.
There's no comfort to it.
But I had to in college.
but it's all hot and steamy.
No, but it's weird. You're standing.
So you're standing and
So,
fucking.
foot on the soap dish?
I don't put a foot up. I stand there and just fucking just
Butt out.
go.
You don't put your foot up on a ledge or
No,
something. You
what?
get a little
I'm not a fucking Captain Morgan.
if I was gonna jerk it, I would definitely foot would have to. Go
I had a
on
foot
ledge.
up all the time. Yeah.
You fucking explorer pose.
just like on the tub itself.
You just go, and then when you look far into the distance as you jerked off,
I
look
Captain
at all
Morgan's
that.
it?
Yeah, look at all that open land. I'm exploring.
I drink a spiced rum and I fucking beat dick.
Hey, I mean, I jerked off in bed recently, Jay.
But that's like a thing. I don't jerk off anywhere but beds.
But it's weird when I jerk off in bed because in the cleanup, in the shower, you're just like, you're like a surgeon. You're like, I'm all clean.
Well, you better hope so.
Yeah, I'm not coming.
Mike's
all
got to
over
go
my-
in there and see your fucking jizz. He has to wonder if that's soap scum or old jizz mustache.
It's both.
Oh,
Come on,
badass.
so.
Booger
that
with a
is
hair in
gross. Now I'm upset.
What public FaceTime did you guys see? You guys came in with one.
It was just someone walking across
Dan,
the street. Just the
walking across a
frustration of it.
crosswalk. This pedestrian confidence is just such fucking garbage in this city. Walking across the
I'm
street.
with Mike now because I drive again.
Oh yeah, dude, you're fucking back. You guys are car
Pedestrians ain't
owners.
shit.
I was driving out of the
Pedos.
cellar.
No,
It's like
those
2
pedophiles.
It's like 2 a.m. A guy getting out of the bars on 4th and what's it? Astor, you know, like that bar, that outdoor
Yeah.
bar, and the light turns green. These guys are still walking across the street. Another guy goes, "Come on, come on, come on!" And the kid sees me like coming, and he stopped. He goes, "No, no!" He puts his hand out. He goes, "Come on, hit me!" Like one of those drunk
Just laid on the
pedestrian.
horn.
I swear to God, I wanted to fucking just
I fight.
drill him.
I get out of the car and fight in that situation. The guy's going, "Come on, hit me!" I'd get out of the car and hit him.
What if
It
you?
happens so much. in
I'd
this
say
city.
at that point he has fucking he's done a thing. He
Yeah,
deserves it.
What if you were with me and you're like, fucking Soder, just be cool, and I was like, and just fucking
Back over
kept
him.
running over him. You're like, what are you doing? I go, I've had enough of being a nice guy. No more Mr. Nice
We
Guy.
saw a guy, we're, like our driver's waiting to take a right, and this guy's just slowly crossing the street, taking his time, FaceTiming.
FaceTime.
You know what's crazy about
publicly? It's so weird.
When you yell something at them, I've noticed it because if people are on their phone going up the stairs of the subway, I'll always be like, "Get off your phone."
Yep, me too.
And they always go like this, like you invaded their privacy. They're like, "What? I was accosted."
Yeah.
And you're like, "No, motherfucker, you're making everyone wait longer."
Right.
FaceTime is for seeing tits and pussy or dick in real time.
True.
Or seeing your daughter just got her braces off.
True. Or a new dog.
If you don't live with your daughter. So that's what I used it for yesterday. But besides that,
It's all dick, puss, ass, and tits.
dick and puss,
And
I can't
dog.
tell you another thing that would be for.
There's nothing. And if anybody jams a FaceTime in your face, the only thing I do is look at me in the weird corner.
Of course.
When you're
what else could
stoned
you do?
and you're like, I look like that? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
You just watch me change my chin angle a bunch. I'm like,
Yeah.
so
I got a FaceTime like this, sitting with my head back and holding my hand way
It's the
above my
worst
head.
thing in the world.
how you been?
Yeah, I've been living apart from Lisa for how many years now? 4 years? I've never once FaceTimed with her.
You never FaceTime whacked off with her?
No.
Oh, that's moronic.
I hate it so much, dude. I
That's
hate
crazy,
FaceTime.
though. Yeah, but you should FaceTime whack it with your wife.
What's funny about FaceTime whacking it is the second you come and
It's-
just how everyone gets back to their senses and you're like, this is so stupid.
I feel like you'd want to immediately hang up.
Dude,
It's like,
Dude,
you want to call you in the morning?
I just remember being in a hotel in San Francisco and fucking FaceTime whacking it with a girl. And I was like, whap, and I just came and it just was so unceremonial because I caught the cum. I'm just like, And then you just watch me change my mind. She just watched me change my mind in real time where I was like, no.
I gotta go.
Me and Christine got a story one day, maybe we'll ever tell one day, about our only mishap of FaceTime fucking. But
I mean, how are you not gonna tell her now?
You don't have
You
to
got
give her. No, there's no way she'll want me to. I mean, I would tell her because it's the funniest thing ever.
Come on.
Look at the
Jacob
look at
told a story
the
about
love.
coming. This goes back to the Jacob rule. If Jacob shares coming in his pants, people gotta.
It's worse than
It's worse than that.
Oh wow, Jacob.
It's worse than that,
It doesn't feel worse.
buddy.
What you hit the?
Buddy,
Did you hit the
it's
camera?
worse.
Did you hit the camera with some sludge?
Girls can't.
No.
Girls can't come too quickly.
Oh man, this is. Wait,
Well, I mean, that's a teaser.
Yeah, you guys are just. What is this, sweeps week?
Are we talking about the
Is that a
same?
lot?
Yeah, we're definitely talking
We're
about the same
definitely
story.
talking about the same thing.
Why don't we find out?
You ever tell it?
Come on,
Yes.
come on, come on, you guys.
It's been years, and
It's been years. We've had sex so much since, so I still think you're hot.
Hey,
This was not hot.
This was not hot.
what happened? Is that the
So
scene?
we were.
It's so,
This is great. I'm
wait.
feeling the
I know, I'm
fucking
so
energy
excited.
off this. Come on.
it's so gross.
Yeah.
It's so funny though.
you guys decide. Well, Jay, are you on the road?
Yeah.
Okay. Decided do a little call into Christine.
Yeah.
A little FaceTiming
Late night.
late at night.
After the shows.
You
After
little
the
bone
shows.
It
banged up.
wasn't late night.
It wasn't?
No, because I had to go to lunch.
Oh, yeah,
It was daytime.
okay. Maybe it was daytime. Okay.
You're running around the hotel, a little chubbed up.
Well, yeah, sure. And we call, and we're FaceTime masturbating.
Nobody's gonna ever want to fuck me ever again. This is the worst story.
It's a hilarious story. So there was Christine had some toys involved that we had purchased.
Sure.
Wow.
And whether it be vibrators, and one of the things we had was the butt beads
Yeah, anal beads.
on the rubber string of them or whatever. So
It's a long string.
it's a long string.
As Dave Attell calls it,
was a long string.
the devil's jump rope.
The devil's
I'm-
jump rope.
yeah.
That's what Dave Attell calls
An
it.
extra bead comes out, or the missing
So
bead.
I'm certainly whacking off for sure. And then when Christine's getting ready to reach the finish line here, what you're supposed to do with those.
Rip it like a lawnmower. Rip it.
Now this is a couple years ago of technology on the FaceTime, so it's pretty grainy.
Yeah, it's like a space transmission.
Yes, it is a bit like a space transmission.
It's like
But
you're
I'm
watching.
pretty sure-
It's like
iPad?
you're. Yeah, it's like.
But I've now stopped jerking off because I go, man, it just seems like things happen there when she finished there, and then but she's still in post cum, like smile, like winding down.
Yeah.
Like that was awesome, and that was, and I go, Hey, Christine,
No, I realized.
You realized it right away?
I realized what happened right away is it was not a clean pole.
Yeah, she just cranked out a bunch of fucking shit, and it just went. And you just see like a spray of shit.
You pollocked the room?
She pollocked the room.
Bukaki'd yourself?
I literally have not used anal beads since
Fucking
that day. I never
She
used them again.
She Ralph Stedman the fucking the ceiling, just drip ink.
It was a nightmare.
Wait, so when you whipped it, were you like Indiana Jones that shit? You're like,
Yep.
and then it just goes, and then you're like, and then you're like laying there with Jay, and you're like, how?
Oh.
Where did you notice it first?
I mean, it like pulled out, and it's a weird thing because it's like you just came, so you're like, oh, I just came, and then you're like, shit's everywhere.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah.
You're like, oh my god, I came and shit's everywhere, and I got it. So I was like, I got it. I like closed it.
The closest,
clean it all out.
the closest I've ever came to that is one time jerking off. I pushed over a glass of water, and I was like, oh no. As I was coming, I was like,
It's like she stole a fucking case of money and the blue chalk.
Oh yeah, you had the blue ink. So when you, how bad was the cleanup?
I mean, it was pretty bad. Like, luckily, I think I had like a blanket down or something. So but I mean, I immediately like got rid of everything, put everything together to take it to the laundry, and like disinfected the entire. So it was a clean.
Man, it would have been great if you.
I'm pretty anal, so
If you guys would have had.
See, that was your elements ago. I'm pretty anal.
It would have been great if you guys were FaceTiming on it, like with the ability to do the slow mo. So when you saw the pole, like, but you know, like the space balls of water.
Oh, she hung up on me so quick.
Yeah.
do you remember? I was like,
She hung up on me right quick.
I mean, this
But
was a
how
couple of
hard
years ago, so we weren't like super long term at that point.
Yeah, but how hard do you start laughing when she calls you back and she's like, "Does she?"
So hard.
Oh, immediately.
Yeah,
They were like, dying.
immediately.
Like a
You're like,
shit all
that
over
was
the
shit.
bedroom?
I shit all over the place.
I'm like, there's shit everywhere. There's shit everywhere. I'm like, I hope
mean,
it's
like,
sexy.
remember your
I guess
Eagles
anal beads
blanket?
are sexy.
I mean, if you watch those porn videos, there's smoking hot porn, so it's constantly have shit mistake things happen in porn.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I mean,
no,
stuff
who
in your
gives a shit?
butt.
You're dealing with the
Yeah,
butt.
shit
the
lives
butt.
in your
If you're
butt.
gonna fuck with your butt, there's gonna be poop.
Things could happen.
Hi, we're here to stop butt shame. If you're doing butt stuff, you're gonna have poop.
Well, we had
Might
that girl on
end up with some poop
SDR.
in your
That girl on
fingers.
SDR's show fucked her own ass with a dildo.
No, you fucked her ass with a dildo shaped from Ralph. No? Oh.
Different day. Same girl.
work problems. It's all that paperwork getting
Oh,
piled
you
up.
know, some people plum.
Yeah.
The old Groundhog Day in the
You
Oakerson home.
plum.
Some people plum.
Some you
I
plum
plum.
porcelain with dildos.
Wrong day.
It was the wrong day, yeah, but she pulled it out and it was covered in shit. Covered. And then she goes, handled it, by the way, with decorum. She was just like, all right, well, you know, what are you going to do? That's where it is. And put it down on a plastic bag, not a foot away from Michael Che.
Dude, it's so great the
He
way
just
that,
sat there, he really just like,
dude, the way that she reacted to that is the way that like the Punisher reacts like bullet wounds. He's just like, just get it out. Let's close it up. Let's keep going. Cauterize this son of a bitch. Happens. Sometimes you get winged.
yeah, it's that easy.
I was like, thank God I'm dating Jay, because the fact of the matter is there's that initial, it's so embarrassing. Like, what an embarrassing thing to happen as a woman. And thank God I'm dating
As
Jay.
a women.
As a women.
As a women.
As a women in the
God
world.
damn it,
When we
Jay,
called
we
back-
finally had her.
When we called back, we were just laughing, and he wasn't grossed out by it, and it didn't make him not want to fuck me. It was something we were able to like laugh off, and we're like, well, that happened. That's hilarious. I mean, I didn't want this happened years ago. I didn't want to tell
I mean,
it.
what am I going to tell her?
What's he gonna tell me?
Yeah, no, that's way hotter now.
Here, Christine, hit the afferent. You sound like you're fucking talking out of your...
But you never suggested the butt beats after that either.
No, I'm fine with them.
Pass.
I get it.
It's like going to a restaurant and getting food poisoning.
We're in the finale.
I'm real big on butt activity, but the beads, no.
They just go so. I mean, it's like
You went. It's
so long.
Jeez, I almost asked the question. I don't want to know the answer.
What's that?
Glass.
You
was
got
in
them
your-
all in. But I don't want to
Mike.
ask. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, Mike, she got them all
Like
in.
my child.
Come on.
Are you talking about
Mike,
Christine?
do me a favor. Go take a lap around the hall if you're just going to ask stupid questions.
I thought you lived
forgot
with
who
her.
I was living with.
I thought you lived with her for 4 years, and it
I know.
turns out you learned nothing. Because I've known about cavernous ass Christine.
Yeah. You think Dan's going to ask a stupid ass question like that, Mike?
This glove box,
Glove box.
Do you know what Christine holds on for me? My insurance paperwork, my dental stuff.
Christine Storage Trunk Evans?
Yeah, 1-800-Christine Evans.
Wow, Christine.
If you need a locker at work.
Christine the Human Container Store Evans?
Yeah, dude, we do reverse snake. That's where I put something down and I watch her gulp it up into her large butt. So
She almost unhinges.
Christine has learned to unhinge her anus.
No, but again, with stuff like that, look, when you start dancing the dirty dance, you know, there might be a price to pay sometimes.
Dude, I love that. That should be a quote on anal beads. If you dance the dirty dance,
you might have to deal with some dirt.
Yeah, they go, you know what? I like a product that's honest.
This could go haywire.
I think I'm going to take Big J's tiny anal beads. It's a play on the name, but it's a household brand.
This could go weird.
This could go really weird. Should we take our first break and come back with
Okay.
a little documentary talk?
Okay.
Lost Tapes, Mike Fenoya hanging out. Go check out the Amigos podcast on iTunes. We'll be right back. It is The Bonfire.
And now, back to the bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Take it down from me, cat daddy. Yeah, slow that down.
Dude, the best is still to this day the guy holding his dick.
The guy slapping his
We'll tweet it
dong.
out at The Bonfire, SXM, on
Classic.
Twitter, Instagram, all that shit. Hi, it is The Bonfire. I'm Dan Soder. That's Big J. Oakerson. Joining us, Mike Fenoya from the Amigos podcast. Go download it on iTunes. This weekend, it was a holiday weekend, so we had some extra time. And then I got a call from Jay late Saturday night or Sunday night. And Jay was like, you have to watch this documentary on Netflix.
Have to.
Usually when Jay calls me with a have to, I know I have to.
You have to.
The Fire Festival doc. We both kind of knew that was. Yeah, there's my guy. No, up on the screen, she had a picture of his brother. And then Jay's like, well, first off, Lewis. We were at the UFC fights, and Lewis was like, "Doggy, Kim was watching this documentary about this fucked up dude called Taken in Plain Sight,
Abducted in Plain Sight.
Abducted in Plain Sight." And I was like, "All right, well, I heard a couple of the things and I was like, it sounds crazy."
Right.
Then Jay called me and was like, I am fucking 15 minutes into this thing. You need to start watching it.
I stood up several times watching this. I actually stood up in my apartment like, no way.
And
No way.
yeah, Abducted in Plain Sight, without a doubt, is because when you see a documentary, it's a documentary on Netflix that everyone should go watch. But when you see a documentary and it's about kidnapping and they interview the actual person that was kidnapped, immediately in my mind, I'm so calloused now that I'm like, oh, they didn't die.
Right.
So what's the big fucking deal about this? And then you start watching it and you're like, holy fuck.
I'm not victim blaming with that little girl at all.
No.
However, the parents are, and I would say it right to their rube faces, the dumbest people that have maybe ever walked.
So let's give a little bit of stories for people that don't know. Abducted in Plain Sight. Go watch the movie. Stop listening now, or there's going to be a ton of spoilers. But go watch it. Pause it if you're listening on demand. Come back and then listen along as we give our thoughts on this documentary. It is about a family in the 70s in Idaho. Mormon. They're in the Church of Latter-day Saints. They are 3 daughters. The father owns a florist. He's a florist. He owns a flower shop. Mom is a stay-at-home mom, I believe, or she teaches piano or guitar. It's some shit like that. It's
Dad, if you ask this old salty cowboy,
yeah,
definitely a gay man.
When you see him, because now he's old, so you don't know if he's old and sweet or just
I know, but I think he's old. He's old. Yeah, he's old and that kind of like weird of like. And then we take the boys all out for ice cream.
He goes, we used to splash around in the river and kiss sometimes.
One of the worst days of my life.
Yeah, it's like that was the generation, especially because this was in the 70s. That was a generation where if you were gay, you either moved to San Francisco and fucking wore glitter and just got gangbanged in a bathhouse, or you just sucked it up and stayed in Idaho, and you're
And
like,
opened up a florist.
yeah, and you're like, I love flowers. Like, okay, cool. But the story is about this family in Idaho, and a neighbor moves in. A man by the name of Bill William? They called him B in the documentary.
Yeah, Bob.
It's Bob.
Another Robert, by the way.
Another Robert.
I'm not saying we have to call Bobby Kelly in again, but there's a lot of
It might be.
documentaries coming out where a guy named Robert's doing some pretty foul shit.
Were both of the dads' names Bob?
Yeah, that's why they did that.
Yeah.
That's why he's B.
That's why he's B. So his name was. It's a true documentary about what's the guy's name?
That's the dad.
That's the fucking.
That's Bob.
That's
B.
B.
That's big,
Fucking Idaho, dude.
Fucking dude, you're in Idaho. You got your child bride. You got everything. Robert B. Berchtold. And the Berchtold. The Berchtolds move in into this neighborhood and become friends with the family.
Okay.
They start hanging out, but immediately they're like,
He's got a family also.
he's got a family. He's got kids their own age, and that's how they get involved.
Sure.
He's also at the Church of Latter-day Saints. They kind of notice each other. He brings his kids. They start hanging out, but immediately in the documentary, they're like, everyone could tell that B cared more about Jan, the oldest daughter of the family,
The
not
neighbors.
his
Okay.
neighbors.
And they describe it as being seemingly inappropriate and uncomfortable.
That's how they describe it, about how much
It made us a little uncomfortable.
B would take that whole family out, all three daughters. And then even the other sisters are like, we kind of used to get jealous because B would always give Jan this extra attention.
How old was Jan?
She was 12 years old.
They would bring just Jan to his family's vacations.
Yeah, they'd bring her along. They took her.
Weird.
And so what he first started doing was flirting with the mom. He was telling her that she was sexy. He was saying that she looked good. And this woman,
They made out a little bit.
and they made out and necked a little bit.
They necked.
And in
French kissed?
in the documentary, they went full tongue kiss. But in the
So
documentary,
here's my first note.
that Jay brings up is a very good point. When this woman talks about flirting with B, she does it with a certain amount of excitement in her face, where you're like, oh,
She's
fuck.
still smiling.
Still smiling. And I mean, this is in a documentary fucking 30 years later.
Yeah.
And that's my guy, though. We'll get to
I'm
him
telling
in a
you,
second.
still smiling.
He put wind in her sails, huh?
So if I
He
could tell
really
you,
did. Oh, man, don't forget that. What was
Yeah.
that? Did you have that time, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay.
but let
I
me
have
tell
this
you the.
Well, she even said she was excited by him in a way her husband was kind of a bore compared to this guy. She
And also,
said,
as we talked, he's a real flower
Yeah.
shop guy.
Well, let me tell you what
well,
happened.
yeah,
so
flower
the
guy.
father, if we can go to 21 minutes in, Christine, the father tells a little bit of his. Now he doesn't know about the mom making out with the guy.
He does now.
B and the dad take a drive.
Okay.
They go out to a field, and this is where the dad is explaining that B says he doesn't have a good relationship with his wife.
Okay. All right.
One day, he came in the store, and I could tell that he was extremely disturbed. He says, "Are you free? Let's go for a ride."
She's like, okay.
And this is after he's already
Made out with the wife.
Yeah.
You know,
He says, I cannot stand my wife, and I need to have sex.
Okay. If I'm in the car with him, I go, cool, dude.
Yeah.
If he says it's a normal guy.
He goes,
I go,
"You didn't have sex." He goes,
Yeah.
I feel you, bro.
I go,
picking
dude.
up what you're putting down,
I
dude.
don't
like
know.
that, man.
Did you see that new second grade teacher? I'd like to pop a couple in her. Anyways, bro.
Yeah, he goes,
Yeah, how about Barb at the diner?
Are we doing heroin? What are we doing out here?
Want to get a couple beers or what's up?
We smoking some dope away from the kids?
I brought my glove. You want to have a toss?
Yeah,
Well,
what the
Mike,
fuck?
I'm sorry to tell you, it is none of those things.
Yeah,
Really?
hit play.
He says, "Oh, can you give me some relief?"
What?
We were laughing, and he said, "Oh, Bob, it's just kid stuff, and I've got to have relief." So I was dumb enough to reach over
What?
and relieve in an act of masturbation.
That was my first stand-up.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, Jay to mode.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, man.
Yeah.
This guy B throws Hail Marys that connect.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy goes big, and it really falls onto his fucking lap.
He really
Yeah.
just goes like, jerk me off. He goes, I'll play the dad, you know?
Yeah.
This is 21 minutes into the movie. This is one of the least holy shit things that
After you
happens
watch
here.
the entire movie, you go like this. You go, you were lucky if it stopped with B jacking off your dad in a fucking station wagon.
Jesus Christ.
If it ends there, this is a win.
So he's made out with, he's flirting with the 9-year-old daughter, making out with
Not
the mother.
flirting with her. He's just weirdly
inappropriately liking her.
Super into her.
Yeah.
Super into her.
Making out with the kid's mother.
Making off with the mom, and they explain in the documentary that he would call the mom and be like, "Can you bring me a sandwich at work? I don't have time to go get food," because he owned a store. So she would go down to B's store and bring a sandwich, and they'd start talking, and he'd start flirting, and that's where he kind of fucking laid.
Dude, he'd go, "Hey, I'm hungry. Why don't you bring me a sandwich down to work?" to another dude's wife, and she was like, "So, he was very short with me, but he was hungry, so I went down and
Dude,
brought him."
I'd be like this, "Hey B, can I talk to you?" If I'm married to her, I go, "B, real quick, can I talk to you?" First thing, my daughter Jan is beautiful. I get that. You're a little weird about her.
We all know
If you call my wife again and tell her to bring a sandwich, I will butt fuck your wife in front of you on the hood of your car while your store is open.
You eat that
Look at me in the eyes, you half a fag. 1970.
Look at here.
Look at here. You tried to get me to jerk you off, and I thought it was kid stuff. I thought
This
it was
ain't kid stuff. My wife, that ain't kid stuff.
That's my lady. That's my queen.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Gets this guy to polish him off, the
Gets
florist.
this guy to fucking whack him off. So now he's got the family separate.
Yeah.
He's got the wife knowing that she wants to cheat. He's got the dad jerking him off in
feeling
his
gay
wagon.
feelings in his floral
Feeling
shop.
super gay.
Right. All
This is all a
calculated.
setup. This is all calculated to kidnap the daughter. So he sets them up 2 years earlier just to have something over them.
That's crazy. How crazy?
Damn it.
Now hold on so we can get this drop for Lou.
Everyone needs relief. It was kid stuff.
We're laughing, and he said, "Oh, Bob, it's just kid stuff, and I've got to have relief." So I was dumb enough to reach over and relieve him in an act of masturbation.
It's not masturbation, by the way.
No, it's not.
It's a
But
hand
also,
job.
it would have been great
That's
if
a
he's like,
fucking straight up handy.
He goes, and this closeted queen made him come.
Swish.
He goes, and I wanted to go home.
Swish, bitch.
He goes, I wanted to go home, but this little slut right here.
He goes, "Did you have a good time? Did you have a good time?" He goes, "That's where I put all my gay feelings. It's in my right hand. My left hand's masculine. If I found out he was getting sandwiches from my wife, he does a gay fist.
Then I'll give him a knuckle sandwich.
I'll give him a sandwich, a knuckle sandwich. Turns out then he fucked my daughter."
Dude, I don't know how we're gonna get past this part.
This part might take an
Of the
hour of
fucking
the
thing,
show because this is fucking bananas. Jay and I called each other halfway through, and he was like, "Are you at this part?" And I was like, "What about this part?" And then we just started talking about this one thing for a good 15 minutes.
Wow.
Dude, this makes me laugh so hard. Go.
Came home, he had to tell Bob and I that he was being treated for the abuse he suffered as a child.
He said, "Now, Bob, this will probably floor you. I had sex with an aunt when I was 4 years old."
And then we high-fived, and I said, "Hell yeah."
He goes, "You got any leftovers on that relief?" Can I get a little more?
He goes, "So I need you to relieve me again. I've been thinking about that aunt. Can we go out to the garage and you relieve me?" It's just a great way for him to say it every time he wants a hand job
Get
from
some
Bob.
relief.
He goes, "I was just thinking I could go for some relief." This guy knows what I'm talking about.
I'm good with
Christine,
apple pie. I'd love
Christine,
a
you want to
little
relieve ourselves tonight?
Oh yeah, you guys, excuse me. I got to jump in the shower and relieve myself. And I.
So he had sex with his aunt when he was 4.
Yeah,
So this is B. B is saying
B.
is what he's talking about in therapy, and this is what the therapist decides to
Hit
say
play.
the cure for his problem.
He said to me, "Bob, part of my therapy is to just spend some time alone with your daughters. Would you mind?" And I said, "Well, no." And he says, "You can call the doctor and ask him to explain it to you if you want to." And I said, "Oh, I trust you."
What?
Dude,
We kept doing, dude, me and Dan on the phone for a half hour going like, "Bob, you're probably going to say this bullshit." But
he goes, "This is
the
crazy."
therapist told me that the only thing that can help me is if you start paying my rent for me and let me fuck your daughter. And it's like,
Oh, Bobby!
I swear to God, you talk to the doctor. He goes, if you think I'm not telling the truth, and he goes, "Why would I think the only man I've ever relieved you think I believe would lie to me?"
He goes, "Bob,
Not even let me run it by my daughter. He goes, "Yeah,
Bob.
get in there and sleep with her."
Bob, you're gonna shit." Just got off the phone with the doc. He's got a new form of therapy. I got to drive your car for a month.
It's called the relief pitcher.
And he goes, anyways, also, I'm going to need to fuck your wife. It's called playing husband. I got to play your husband. So,
wow.
Now, this doctor
and if you want to call,
I know, it's unconventional methods. He's assured me.
He lives in Brazil.
He's avant-garde.
He is, he says that the only way I can get over fucking my aunt is to become an aunt. So, I don't know what that means, but I think he wants me to fuck your children.
He goes, anyway, is she in there snoozing? I'll just slide in.
And Bob goes, well, I trust you. Absolutely.
Dude, it's crazy to go, I have to sleep with your children, and you go, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. You got to get better.
He was prepared.
Fuck that
I'll tell you what. I feel like B was upset that he wasn't questioned more because I feel like he went through. If you say you can call the doctor and he'll explain it to you, he's already talked to some other freak that he's promised pictures to or something.
Yeah.
To act like you're the doctor. And he goes, why would I talk to a doctor? Please spend more time with my young daughter.
We've been waiting for you to ask.
I goes, I whacked you off.
My wife feeds you at work?
Brings you sandwiches?
I jerk you off in parks?
Why would I stop here?
Wow.
Why would I?
I'll do you one better.
Here.
I got a pair of PJs for you.
Nice and warm.
He goes, I do have a problem. You're not sleeping in that. I got a pair of flannel PJs for you.
My problem is you're still standing right here.
He goes, her room's in the basement. It's a little chilly.
Black Lou. I know this is going to sound bizarre, but I actually went to therapy in Long Island on Saturday. That's true. Christina Ty went to therapy in Long Island. They told me, you got to move out. I got to move in with your family and take them over. And I hope
that's crazy.
Cool.
That's fun.
You can call the doctor.
That's pretty crazy because I talked to Alan, my therapist,
and mine
today, and yours, and he told me part of my therapy is I need all of your guys' money from the next 2 weeks into my bank account to show that I'm earning. So,
if you guys honestly, but it's fine if you guys don't care about Dan. If you guys don't care about Dan, you don't have to do it.
You don't have to do it, but you can call him.
And I saw Alan, and Alan told me that I had to FaceTime with Christine while she farts shit all over the.
When she Indiana Jones's shit on a room.
While she boomerangs.
Watch out, Doctor! Watch out, Christine! Dr. Jones!
They later go on to say they allowed him to, over the course of 6 months, to sleep in her bed with her 4 times a week.
That is in my notes.
Four times a week.
4 times a week.
6 months.
Just coming in going, oh, he goes, I am Bush.
Squeeze the cheek,
He goes, kids sleep?
2620.
Well, we didn't finish.
Wait,
wait. You're right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and he listens to tapes.
Did the family go to the daughter and be like, hey, guess what? You got a new roommate.
What do you think? You think these idiots just fucking cleared anything with their kids? B's going to sleep in your room, and they're like, yay!
Dude, it's... Good.
Oh, Jesus.
After Jan had gone to bed, he just lay down by her.
Neither one of us was comfortable with him doing it, but it was part of his therapy.
What?
Wait. Remember this? Oh, this is good.
For the waves in the background, and she starts caressing you a little faster now, and you can feel it, and it feels so good. It feels so good. She's caressing you very rapidly now.
Pause it. He would say he would listen to these therapy tapes while he laid next to her in bed. Now, what he also was doing at a time, they haven't gotten to that even yet. The first thing, right?
No.
Yeah, they haven't even got.
No.
I'm jumping.
That shit's
I'm jumping.
bananas. Where you're talking about, that's after the abduction.
So I don't have any timestamps on the actual abduction. What happens here? They say they're going somewhere one day.
He says he's going to take her horse riding. He said he's going to take he's going to take Jan horse riding. B says this to the family.
All right.
Not his own family.
Not his own family.
Yeah. What about them?
Well, he takes her and gone. Takes off. Leaves. Gets the daughter. Takes off.
John Cena.
Can't see it. Can't see me. Hard work. Hard work. Yeah.
And gone.
Yeah, so he takes her. They're gone. The family goes back to his house. They notice his RV is gone. The RV is completely gone. Now...
no, I believe it's their RV.
It's his RV.
It's his.
It is his?
It's B's.
Okay.
It's Robert Berchold. So Jan Broberg, this is the Brobergs of the family.
Broberg.
But he'd be like,
My Jewish bros, Broberg.
Hey, what's up, Brobergs and Brosteins?
Broberg.
So Berchold kidnaps her.
Yeah.
And then she explains that she wakes up, she's drugged. Also, gets fucked up, and this is how stupid the fucking family is. They told B B would give her pills and say that there were her vitamins, her
allergy and vitamin pills.
B would give another family's kids
from his pocket.
Pocket with pills. Some fucking lint on it and from his slacks.
He's like, this is a.
He goes, what's this?
Is prescribed.
He goes, is this a blue one? He goes, this one's for me.
Oh, that's a button.
He goes, this one's gonna make me, feel better.
One
for you, two for me.
Well, he said we're going horseback riding, so take your allergy pill now, and he takes it out of his pocket and gives it to her, and she passes out instantly.
She wakes up in an RV, tied up, and what he starts doing is using this tape recorder to play. I wish.
Do you want to play?
I don't even know.
Do you have?
Yeah. Right
this is
crazy.
This is fucking crazy.
She wakes up. This is her waking up.
Yeah, she slept in the bed 4 times a week for 6 months, right up until the day she was taken.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Scoot over. Sorry for Dutch ovening you. It's October 17th is when she disappeared. So she's fucking drugged out.
Yeah.
She's drugged out.
He drove her to Mexico.
Drove her to, yeah, but she doesn't know that. She
woke up.
Here it is.
It was dark. I had the sensation that I was moving, but I was laying on a bed. My wrists and my ankles both had straps around them. I couldn't move.
DJ Lou, pull your pants up.
This monotone voice kept talking in my ear. It looked like a little white intercom-looking box that I could see.
She couldn't wrap her brain around a tape recorder.
Yeah, she didn't know what a tape recorder was. God, come on, bro, birds,
alien
get some
technology.
fucking. God damn, the 70s were slow, but not that slow.
So what he basically does is goes like, I'm Meep Zorpin, blah, blah, from the planet, blah, blah.
Yeah, he tells her that
he goes,
he's
you're
aliens.
a part alien also, and you have a mission. Basically what he tells her is that you have a mission to get impregnated by the chosen one.
B made a tape that she's an alien.
He's like, where's Orbod, Zelda? And it's like, you are an alien. Your mission is to. No, this is where it gets super
your mother is your mother, but your dad is not. Your dad is an alien.
He goes, we have chosen a human mate for you, and you need to have a baby with him by the time you're 16 in order to save our planet.
But so then what she does is goes out there and realizes, he makes it obvious that he's the one she's supposed to be with, and then he does.
He's got a chosen one.
When the fucking heat comes down after
Well, hold on,
Hmm?
because what he also says is in the original Alien tapes, what they say is, if she does not do it, her little sister will. So they're saying, like, you're the chosen one, but if you can't do it, we're going to go to your little sister.
Yeah.
We know.
We're going to Cindy.
Yeah, they named.
Die.
What's that?
And your dad will die also.
Well,
Crazy.
That was later. That was later.
Yeah.
That was when they were in jail.
Yeah.
That was
they
when
can't do this.
I know,
They
Jacob.
come after your little sister, if not you.
Yeah, they will come after your little sister. So that was in the original tape. So then, this is her explaining it. She's kind of like, I don't fucking know what to do. They're like, we've picked you a mate. She wakes up back again after being drugged. Now she's not restrained. She wakes up, she goes in the other room, and B is sitting there, but he's all beat up. And so she sees him, and she's like so happy that he's there because she knows B.
Right.
So she's like, you fucking.
Wow.
So she's like instantaneously relieved. Like,
Sure.
I love you. Oh, fuck, this is great. Okay, fine. Yeah, you're going to be my mate, whatever. And then she's just cool with it.
Oh,
well, she did.
What?
She goes, I thought it was weird that I was 12 and he was like 37, but
38,
or 38, but that's what they said. And
what the fuck?
this is like before the and in 1974 in Idaho, like
Jesus Christ.
You can get away with murder. Oh,
He
my
drove from
God.
Idaho to Mexico.
Yeah.
Murder.
I mean, that's impossible now.
He cut himself up, spread blood all over himself to make himself look he was abducted.
Yeah.
They
Two.
both woke up.
And he told her that he was like, I saw a white light. What happened? And she was like, so relieved that he was there. 'Cause
Wow.
She knew it.
The guy's maniacal.
Holy shit.
Here's her
man.
where she
and she
starts.
just bought into it. This dude, I'll tell you, the Brobergs are fucking dumb as fuck.
Gullible. If I was
But
a
the
salesman,
Brobergs should be almost examined to go to jail now for how terrible they were as
it'd
parents.
be funny if you're a fucking telemarketer. You go, I got a real Broberg on the line. You go, yes, sir. The warranty is good for 5 years.
took off-
You're a fucking moron.
If you buy
Christine.
A through F, we'll send you
They
G
took
through.
off to Mexico.
I know,
So
that's
the only
nuts.
reason they get caught is B calls his brother. And his
Which
brother
now,
calls the family.
let me tell you right now who my fucking favorite person in the whole documentary is. The brother.
B's brother.
Oh my God. They go to B's brother. This piece of white garbage is just there with his arms folded. He goes, hey, he's a pedophile. So what? We knew that. Oh, he should be locked up. He's a pedophile. He goes,
you didn't lock him up.
You didn't lock him up.
I need somebody to work in my company.
Yeah. So B starts having sex with her.
Their lovemaking must be beautiful.
How he has sex with her is he says he can only put it in an inch at a time. So he can't fuck her.
He doesn't break her hymen.
Doesn't break her hymen.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So
puts an inch inside.
So it all looks like lies.
So it all looks like.
Oh man.
So basically, he sets this girl up, and we're jumping ahead a little bit right now. But when the family does get her and they examine her for sexual abuse, there's
a virgin.
She's a virgin. There's no.
This guy is demonically brilliant, huh?
Yes.
I use that. Me and Dan use both the same word. I go, somewhere in his adjectives, you got to put genius.
I mean, really?
I mean, this guy put out a plan.
Like
She's
it's
a
like
master manipulator.
evil, garbage, human slime. Genius. I mean, like, this fucking plan.
Who the fuck thinks
I would
of that?
never think I could do something to somebody to make them believe. Even a kid at the age that kid was, like, make him wake up woozy. Like, was I just abducted? And now, like, I
he's just sitting there waiting for her to wake up, like, and go. Like,
You
wow.
can't, I know I'm not that evil because I'd be like, yeah, you got abducted. Get out of here. No,
I know. That's the thing.
It's me.
Yeah.
I kidnapped you.
While you're sitting there, while you're sitting there, telling yourself, while you're sitting there covered in blood.
Please make
Exactly.
this fun for me.
That's what Mike's saying. That he goes, you hear, you're watching TV and you hear jostling around. And you go, oh, she's getting up. He goes, turn the TV off. And, would I be? My head would probably be
like this, trying to get the motivation. Like this.
My head would go.
Dude, the first two of her coming in the room, he goes,
my head wouldn't. Would my head fall forward or back? Let me see.
I'm not dead. I'm not dead.
Come on, B.
Cool.
Just use gravity. What does gravity do? What does gravity do?
He goes, you did Shakespeare in the Park. Come on.
Yeah.
I said, shit.
Be the role.
Summer
Be the
stock.
role.
You did
Be the
summer
role.
stock.
She
Red
read-
leather, yellow leather.
She's in.
I don't know. Anyway, my motivation is what happened?
Oh my God, am I the one? Are we supposed to have sex? Fuck! I came out. I went too big early. And then he has to go fucking chop her on the neck. Put her back down. He goes, I'm sorry. I gotta put you down for a couple more hours.
Opens her mouth and puts a pill in and fucking massages her throat.
What she doesn't realize is she Groundhog's Day that one moment for fucking 4 days in a row.
She forgot the 9 takes.
He goes, hey, you want to fuck? Shit! I gotta really work on my.
He just piece of rolled up cheese.
Slow roll. He goes, hey, were you sleepy? So did you talk to Zeb and Zorb? Fuck, I
She
gave away
goes,
the
yeah, I
names.
saw that weird tape recorder you put in there. He goes, you could tell it was tape recorder.
You didn't think it was a
He goes, cover tape recorder.
Yeah, he goes, okay, I mounted it on the wall. She goes, yeah, the tape recorder's on the wall, duct tape. Son of a bitch.
She goes, what happened? She goes, I think I was abducted. He goes, and my neck's really sore.
She goes, I think I slept wrong in the alien ship. And he goes, okay, all right, we're burning daylight, so we can't blow this next one. We got one more left. Dude, it's so fucked up that, so she explains in the documentary. I mean, this documentary is fucked up. Like, you see shit.
It's unbelievable.
Where she does, at one point, she's talking about, she just concentrated. Because she said even though she knew B, she didn't feel comfortable having sex with him, and so she even says, she's like, even though I was raped, I wasn't brutally raped. It was a man. It was like knowing it happened. But she's like, I was still fucked up, so I had to look through the vent and look at the leaves. And she's talking about this, and you're like, Jesus.
Wow. Yeah, like what she had to do to like
Killed
get
my
out
boner.
Do you think of how little 12 is? Like how little of a little girl she is? Like there's no debate.
Instant adult at that point. She's just like that. Her childhood's
She's
gone.
fucked.
Yeah. And this is 30 minutes into the fucking documentary, dude. This is crazy.
Yeah.
What? Oh, you guys were talking?
What?
Upon this abduction, they didn't call for 4 days, and they go, another day came and went. We're like, B's just doing something.
It's a
with her.
long horseback
They
ride.
were like this. Give it till Sunday.
Oh
I swear to you,
God.
they didn't call the authorities until 4 days later.
Is B's wife like?
That's no. When she came and said something, then was the phone. They're like, "Oh, so this is weird. Okay, let's call."
Oh my God,
They
these
interview
idiots.
The FBI agent who to this day still talks about them like they're the two dumbest people he's ever met.
Dude, this FBI agent, he's like, all right, we're going to talk about these morons. Let me get a cup of coffee.
I mean, he's
the most
disappointed in them.
frustrated FBI.
I mean, how couldn't he?
There's
be?
a slam dunk
I mean,
case he had against
And
him.
they're just like they have no.
Oh,
because you don't
wait.
even know.
Wait,
you think he's
just
going to jail.
I can't
Just wait. So this is the brother. So they bring up B's brother, and you're like, how is this guy a monster? And you're like, a supportive family like this.
Okay.
Watch how supportive this guy is. He's like, man,
Call me and says, I want you to call Mary Ann and get a written permission for Jan and I to come back to the United States and get married. Because we were married in Mexico, but it isn't legal in the United States.
Under Mexican law, it's 12 years old.
by the way,
He married. She was 12 at the time.
yeah,
And he took her
Mexican
down to
law.
Mexico
Fucking
to marry her.
Mexico.
To
I
Mexico.
think I'm pro wall now.
He married her in Mexico, and now he wants to get married. Now he's not even saying like, "Hey, I know I kidnapped your kid." And he's going like, he's like, "Hey," he goes, "Can we come back?" He goes, "Can you sign a slip for her to get married to me in America?" This is stupid at this point.
Yeah.
My God,
this is crazy. Also, I like that the brother's just like, well, I don't know. Hey, sure, I'll call.
Jesus. I mean, I'll dust off the old tuxedo, be a best man. assuming. I'm assuming.
He goes,
no pressure.
He goes, Robert, are you asking me to be your best man right now? He goes,
no sweat if you aren't. I understand.
I would be honored to be an usher.
I'm gonna throw you the stag party of all stags.
He goes, I mean, what do you do for a man marrying a child bride for his bachelor party?
What do you get the man who has everything?
Burger King Castle.
He goes, oh, I am going to get you the nicest bouncy house for your child bride.
Who's that? Who's that a picture
That's her.
of? Is
That's Jan.
That's the girl?
Yeah.
She's not even hot.
All right. She's a person. Hot enough for B to fucking pull this
Of course,
off.
they qualified. I was irate to even think that could happen.
His brother called and he said, they want to come home, but he cannot come home unless you give him permission to marry her in the United States of America. And I said, permission to marry her? We would never do that. I mean, he can't come back unless you do.
So that's the call.
Yeah, and then they go, oh, okay, then I will. That's how stupid they are. They go, I'm not going to let him marry. He kidnapped her. And they go, well, he's not going to bring her back if you don't. Okay, then he can.
Well, that's a pretty good point. So they tell the FBI. FBI gets involved. Mexican authorities, the federales, go down, fucking bust in on the RV, and they get both of them in jail. The family, the mother and here he is.
Yeah, I think this is where he.
Yeah. We will not. Where are they? And then in my mind, I decided to get him home. I had the FBI come in and they tapped the phone. He called me and says, I'm in Mazatlan, Mexico.
The FBI was able to trace.
So that's what it was. So they call. They get the call. They get him. They arrest him. And they get her. And the family, the mother and dad, come down to Mexico. And immediately they're like, "Are you okay?" And she's worried about B. She's like, "You got to get B out because what B does, this fucking evil genius. This is how fucking evil he is. He bribes a Mexican guard with his wedding ring to have the Mexican guard bring Jan to his cell. And he's like, listen, I spoke to the aliens. They said, they told me about your mission. They said about the mission, they said, if you tell anyone about this, you can't speak about 4 things. You can't say that you were visited by aliens. You can't say that I'm your partner.
We've had sex.
Or that we've had sex. You can't say this. And he gives her a list of 4 things. And then at the end, he says, if you tell anyone about this, your dad will die. Your sister will go blind.
And they're going to take her anyway.
To have your other sister will go blind, and then the youngest one will be the new you.
Right.
And have to have a baby. So she's so fucking terrified. What it does is she almost seems terrified, but also like she gets a little bit adamant where she's like, no, I have a fucking mission to do. That's where she gets. So she gets driven. Yeah. Not only that, but he divides her father from her.
Yep.
So he says like, your dad's not your real dad. That's just a guy. Which at first she's like, oh, it's like Joseph in the Bible. But then after the Mexico thing, he's like, your dad will fucking die. And what's so fucked up about this documentary is Jan loves her dad so much that even when she's finding this out, she's like, I don't want him to die. I don't want him to get hurt. Right. So she just stops talking to him. So she's just fucking...
This is unbelievable.
Well, according to my notes, it's the most fucked up thing in this documentary. If you can go real quick, Christine, to minute 43. Because I think I jotted this down right quick.
I believe this is right when you called me.
Yeah.
And you're like, you need to watch this. Oh, God damn it. Oh, dude, this is my favorite
43.
part. Robert Berchtold's trial was postponed, and he was released on his own recognizance.
So now he's back in the U.S.
So he comes back to Idaho. He gets arrested. He leaves after he's let go. Where does he go?
Listen.
Berchtold moved to Ogden, Utah to work at his brother Joe's car dealership.
Pause it. My note says... Why does she pronounce dealership like that?
Wait, bring that back. Bring that back.
She goes, it was car dealership.
Car dealership. Gail stayed behind. She didn't know. He didn't know. Maybe he would work there until he could get on his feet. Then he'd move the family close to him.
He come work for me, and he sold cars out to Yin Yang. super salesman. He could sell anybody anything.
Right there is a brother that is ride or die.
Yeah,
he goes,
man.
Sure he fucks kids, but he can move new units like you wouldn't believe. He goes, I would probably say that was the most I've been in the black. He goes, that sick son of a bitch pushing Chevys. He goes, you know what? Didn't even sell warranties. That motherfucker. I guarantee he did not use a rubber with that child.
You can put white walls on a Jimmy.
Yeah, asked to an Eskimo.
You think he's going to prison, but when they bring him back to the United States, that's when all the pre-planning comes into play. He gets a message to the mom and dad
He set
saying,
traps the whole time.
if you don't say I'm innocent, I'm going to tell them that you're a homosexual and that you cheated on your husband. So they both sign affidavit saying he didn't kidnap our daughter. We let him go. We were at fault.
We were at fault.
So the FBI has now no case, and he gets off with like 45 days in a mental institution. Only serves 10 and he's
days
free.
in jail.
And by the way, it's also, while this is all going on, it's not only the FBI, but like the community and the federal prosecutor is like reaching out to him like, you need to prosecute this man.
Yeah.
He stole your child. And they're going, but we kind of knew. The FBI agent is furious at this point. You see in the interview that he goes, I got 2 witnesses that just turned on me. He goes, I don't have a case against this guy.
Right.
That's the alien boy.
It's alien yard.
Hey, it's us aliens. You still in snitch, right? Okay, cool. Then don't tell your parents we fucked you.
You guys are being cool, right?
My dime's running out.
Zeep, zorb, zorb, zeep, zorb, zeep, zap, zap. Please don't tell on us. Zeep, zap. Also, shave your pussy.
Dude, the way he writes to her.
He goes, zap, zap, zap. Did you maybe stop giving such a toothy blowjob? Zeep, zorb, zeep, zeep, zorb.
Zip, zap, zip, zap. Don't blow me after you mouthwash. It burns.
He's just giving sexual advice to a pedophile. He's like,
zip, zap, zorb, more spit.
Zip, zap, zorb.
I want to do your feet.
Zip, zap, zorb. Zip, you can act like you enjoy being there. Zip, zap, zorb.
Yep, paint your nails.
Zip, zap, don't make me feel bad when I come quick. Zip, zap, good job.
It's your fault.
Do you have any old Halloween costumes?
Zip, zap, zorb. When you grit your teeth, I end quick. Zip, zap, zip.
Maybe just your pussy feels too good. Zip,
zap, zip, zap. Have you ever thought about butt stuff? Zip, zap,
zap, zip, zip. This never happens with anybody else before.
Zip, zap, zip, zap. Yeah, real aliens taken in the butt. Zip, zap, zorb. Zip.
Finish on your face, your brother dies.
He goes, he starts doing extra crazy shit. Your dog will die unless you blow me in 15 minutes.
You gotta blow me or your sister gets rickets.
I'll bring polio back on your mom.
It won't be the first thing I laid on your mom.
Inside alien joke. Also, your dad's a gay. Zip, zop, zorb.
Zip, zop, zorb. Your dad likes
flower.
it. Yeah. Your dad gave me a rough HJ in the woods. Zip, zap, zorb.
Zip, zop, zorb. Apparently, HJs don't run in the family because your dad was way better. Zip, zop, zorb.
Christine, can you play this? The writing he writes, it's just...
It's crazy.
He's definitely talking to a kid, but I wrote, my note is, I always like to read my notes. I wrote, this asshole thinks he's Shakespeare. I think we'll know where that comes up.
A love letter about what he was going through and how much he missed me and how much he knew we were meant to be together. And my natural response was to respond in kind and, write loving letters back to him and try to figure out how to get them to him.
What a
Did
bunch
you know
of
that
fucking
you're a
idiots
sweetheart?
these people are.
Listen,
If you didn't, I want you to know that you are.
it's such a kid's note to him.
Our love must be pretty great. We've sure gone through a lot for each other. Your dolly, Jan.
The shift from
Now here's
I
his.
loved this man like my father.
Now this is
to
Jan.
I love him like a husband or like
And
a
when
man
he writes.
happened.
She said, Mom, I miss him so much. I want to marry him. And I said, you want to marry B? She said,
And I said, bitch, back up. B's mine.
Get in line.
The B is mine.
Here's a letter from B to
Look
me.
at the paper. Look at the stationery.
I'm probably 13.
Watch.
Hi, darling. I awake this morning thinking of you as usual.
It's like, were you in
and
Deadwood?
loving you even more.
We have pushed back the tyranny of the Confederacy.
Send me a picture you dress like Oliver Twist, please.
Dude.
And the night you cried when you sang Where is Love, especially for me.
Whoa.
Remember the song from Oliver, As Long as He Needs Me? And and the meaning it had in the play.
Before we can take our last commercial break, we have to drop the bombshell, which I have the exact timing on, the other bombshell of this. Because, Mike, still yet the craziest two things to happen
haven't happened in the
haven't happened
I
yet.
can't believe this.
This is next level. Spring of 1975.
Zeeb zop zorb. Zeeb zop.
I heard from him.
So, anyways, Zeeb zop. I'm gonna, I don't know, Zeeb zop. I'm feeling tied down. I gotta go back to my planet. He just loses interest. Zeeb zop zorb. I don't know, you kind of changed. Zeeb zop. I don't like your friends. Zeeb zop zorb.
Zeeb zop zorb. You gotta get a job. You can't just sit around eating bonbons. Zeeb
zop zorb. I mean, I like your thick figure, but come on, get out of here. Zeeb zop zorb. It's a little too much now.
Good.
We call and talk and tell me how much he loved me. He wanted me as part of his life.
This is the mom.
I kept saying, please tell me, why did you marry Jan? He said, well, if you will come and talk with me personally, I'll give you the whole details about it.
Interesting.
I went down and went over to his motorhome, met him there after he got off work, and we sat and talked. He told me how much he loved me over and over and over.
God, dude.
And
Fucking
he kept
guy.
telling me, we could have a great life together, Marianne. All you need to do is get divorced.
Just
Come
telling her to
live
get
with me."
divorced.
It was not long before he was holding my hand and then was stroking my leg. And
what the fuck? She's like a balloon head, man. Like
poured his heart out, his soul out.
And?
I stayed too long at his motorhome.
And
we engaged in necking and kissing, and then eventually in sexual intercourse.
Yeah.
Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
I'm fucking the apple in the tree.
Stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there.
Because all we do is win, win, win.
And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make 'em stay there.
Luda!
Pervert!
fucking believable, dude.
Yeah, dude, crazy.
Buddy, that's still not it.
Still not it.
And look at
made out with mom, got jacked off by dad, kidnapped the kid, fucks the kid, marries the kid, gets the parents to agree to let him marry the kid, comes back,
gets out of jail time,
gets out of doing any kind of jail time,
sells a shitload of cars.
Oh, I mean, moving units.
Fucks mom officially.
Wow. Takes down mom, comes back from Mama Bear.
One visit with mom.
Dude,
Divorce your husband.
Get in that RV and tell me. He goes, I got abducted by aliens. He uses it on the mom too. He goes, zip zop zorp.
She kept fucking him.
She fucked him for the next year.
Right there, 11 times.
Fuck? Did she get divorced?
No, like she just fucked him once a month for like a year.
She did leave.
She left him?
Yeah. Or no, I'm sorry. The husband left her.
Florist.
Yeah, left
He
her
left.
because he's like, well, you married you're with our kidnapper.
In the documentary, he says he took the kids because he was like, Berchtold was trying to get to my kids. He's like, so
no shit.
So he's like, now he finally wised up enough that he takes the kids.
Oh, I see what's going on here.
He goes, well, wait a damn second. That hand job wasn't relief at all.
Hold the
He's just
fucking
sitting there
phone.
fucking pounding his mitt, getting ready for the fucking, get ready for the signal.
Here he goes.
We need a righty.
How funny is it if he's mad? He's more upset that he picked a wife over him.
That's what he's mad about.
Yeah, he goes, oh,
This
cool.
dude's totally gay, by
He goes,
the way.
yeah, he goes, no, cool. I guess she can only make you come with her pussy. I can make you come with my hand.
Everything he tells these people,
they believe it.
They go, all right,
I know we got to take another break here, but this is Broberg. This is important.
I am in love with Bead.
This is what's going to knock.
I
This is what's going to
have
knock your
be
dick in the
with
dirt.
him. And of course, the background of all of that is
This is Jan
we
again.
have to finish the mission.
That time I spent up in Jackson Hole with them was just, I could tell they were happier than Bob had ever been. And I don't know why with the little girl, but I guess that's his deal.
Oh, really, Joe? Oh, really,
man.
Joe? You
What the
just doubting?
fuck?
He goes, I mean, Jesus Christ, the guy would skip to the bathroom. That was crazy. He goes, I never heard a man whistle so
You ever hear that
much.
song, Walking on Sunshine?
God love baby huss.
He goes, and what? He goes, well, I'll tell you this. You try moving 4 Chevrolets within 2 hours of each other, getting paperwork done, get home to fuck your child bride, and get a steak cooked the way you want it. That's a goddamn good day.
It's fucking
If
impossible.
heaven's like that, shoot me now.
Yeah.
He's off now into another state. I think he opens up like a water ride park.
He opens up a water park.
The brother?
And then
the pervert, B.
Oh, B.
And then he calls the parents and saying, I want your daughter to come and work here at the water park with
Don't
me.
back up, Christine.
And they let her. Let her.
He bullies him basically, and the mom just goes. The mom just sends her.
Yeah.
Well, they try to stop her, but she's like, "I'll run away." And then B calls, and he's like, "She's going to come down here." So either you have her
Accept it or
hitchhike,
not, yeah.
you have either hitchhike her down here, and the mom's like, "Fuck
So
it,"
the
just
mom
buys
drives,
a plane ticket,
sends her there,
What?
right? Sends
Flies
her
her
there. So
right
now
to
he's out
B.
there, and he said he's never been happier. But here's what's crazy. So please, yeah.
Wanted her back and was making a lot of fuss. And she says, I said, I think you better go home. She says, no, if I do, I'd rather kill myself than go back home.
He put me on a plane and sent me to Salt Lake, and my mother came and picked me up.
She was angry. I didn't want to come home. Don't want to be here. I want to go back up there.
It was like she took on this different personality.
Who's that?
She
Her
just
sister.
kept escalating the tension.
It was a panic. I had the whole weight of the world on my shoulders. I was supposed to save this dying planet, and the clock was ticking.
What a fucking
He
idiot.
would not leave me alone.
She's like 13.
He was going to have her no matter what. We'd never see her again. He told me that. I'll take her to the jungles of Africa. I'll take her to South America. You'll never find us. I said, leave me alone. Leave my children alone. Stay out of our lives.
That calm and monotone also.
And he did
This
not
is a
like
serious issue. Do not
He didn't leave
rape my child anymore.
Stop raping your child.
Seriously.
Stop it.
Seriously, stop.
I'm going to say it right now. Stop it.
You've had enough.
Well, Mike, what we're trying to get to here, I think, and we're going to come up upon here in a second, he has her write a note, and then he once again kidnaps her.
A second time.
Second time.
A second time.
Guy does it again.
In between that, fucked his mom.
Yeah.
and
what? How did he kidnap her a second time?
Well, Mike, when you
I'm gonna have to watch
when
the
you
doc-
give
You
a
have to watch it.
pedophile a kid, he fucks for a day. When you teach a pedophile to fish,
how do you teach a pedophile how to pull kids?
You give a pedophile
a water park.
He's fucking for life.
You give a pedophile a water park. That's what it is. Then you go, and those wet bodies come to him.
He just stands at the bottom of the slide.
He goes,
Holy shit.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we'll finish it on our Mike Fenoya's got to take off. So thanks for coming and hanging out for the first
thank
2/3.
you. Holy shit.
Amigos.
Thank you guys.
Amigos podcast.
America's amigo, Mike Fenoya,
Jesus
everyone.
Christ.
We'll be
I'm
right
gonna walk
back.
out on the streets.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take a break, but we'll be right back to finish up the documentary because there's still crazy shit.
Sticky.
Oh, Benny.
He knows how to make things right.
Always knowing about singing about child brides.
We're talking pedo. We're talking Mardones.
You can't say one without the other. It's the Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Welcome back to the Lost Tapes. I'm Dan Soder. That's Big J Oakerson. And through time and space, our next guest has joined us.
Yes.
Comedy Central Hour Special premiering this Friday. That's tomorrow, January 25th at 11 p.m.
Yes.
No One Loves You on Comedy Central. And I'll be hosting the new season of This Is Not Happening. Roy Wood Jr., welcome back to the show.
Thank you, guys.
Roy,
Hey, so Roy, Roy, you got a crazy thing going on.
Like you feel like you're doing
like
you're doing road radio.
Now, you seem like a fun guy. What made you get into comedy?
Roy, I was going to ask you, what's Trevor Noah really like? Does he really? You all should do thematic episodes. I'm serious. You should do a full episode as a B-rate radio market morning.
Scooter in the bunch.
We spent a lot of time doing that.
We tried to start a radio war with Bob and Tom, but they were too old.
They wouldn't have it.
They didn't want these young bucks. We would have ripped them up.
Worst radio show I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, it was stupid, and I hated
dumb to
doing
even
it.
say it now. They don't even punch back.
Yeah.
Geeks.
My God.
Someone on Twitter was like, "Well, I don't even know."
They all hate each other.
That's the thing. You can't
whole
when,
show, you
when the
can't-
pool's toxic.
You can't start a radio war with a show, but they don't like each other. At
You
the
all
show.
legit did that?
Oh yeah.
It's you know what's so interesting with radio is how it's kind of like it's almost like food in a way. I don't know if this analogy makes sense. Where it's like, oh, I enjoyed Bob and Tom. They were always cool. It's literally cilantro.
I went in and it was undercooked. It was not served properly.
I don't know what you're talking about. I had a good time. Bob and Tom, that shit was delicious.
Oh, I go Bob and Tom's every time I'm in
Shit, goddamn, I love Bob and Tom. Bob and Tom, yeah. But it's always interesting, and I take it all with a grain of salt because I did radio for 10 years, and there were people I didn't like.
Exactly.
Sure.
And there were people that I loved to have in the show, and there were other people that I completely was like, I hope this person never comes in again.
Sure. Oh yeah, we've had have plenty of, but I mean,
Like
it's
old black comics are the worst. That's a separate conversation.
Just Bob and Tom, I thought was like the most.
It felt like trying to impress,
ungracious. Hosting
We've always said it was like trying to make your parents' friends laugh.
Yeah.
Like they're like this, and they're like, Tom will be. They're like, Mitch will be down from his room in a second. And you're like, hey, it's fucking winter, huh? Pretty cold out.
They kept playing me other people who agreed to do bits on the air. They kept playing them.
Oh yeah, they have call-in regulars. Yeah.
No, not calling regulars. They were just playing pre-recorded like other comedians because I was like, yeah, my bits are all like too dirty to do on the air here. I was like, but I do radio. I'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. And
that ain't what
like,
they do when someone. And this is your first time on.
It was my first time and only time on.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they ain't gonna freestyle with you.
Dude, they really are. They're like a college football court. They're like a college football coach. They're like, you run the play, we draw it up.
Yeah,
you don't fucking audible at the line.
There's
this
a comedian,
goofy motherfucker. Is that Tom on the right? He would ask me benign questions and then start doing other shit, like not engage in a real conversation with me. I hope a bus goes through the station one day.
I can't laugh at that because I have benefited immensely from the Bob and Tom universe.
Oh, they have a huge following, for sure.
Helped a lot of great comics out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that. Like on some, do their show and then get booked in a bunch of clubs in the Midwest and the Northwest.
Great.
Like, it gave me more. I've said this on the record before, so I'm not saying it's not a
Oh, no, I know. It's like Tommy Johnigan. There's a bunch of really funny comics.
It did more for me than my Letterman appearance.
Yeah. Well,
that's real. But I also know everything ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not here to disavow your experience.
Here's the thing is, I think Jay and I caught them at a similar time where they both were starting to break up. I think shortly after Jay and I both did it, Bob or Tom left. I forgot which one left.
Bob left.
Yeah, Bob left. So I think we showed up when the divorce was happening. And so they were just unhappy.
You showed up on the 97 bull, the 99 bull.
Yeah, you're
right
like,
when
Coach?
Jordan. Yeah, it's like,
Coach?
Come on, we're winning, right? Sorry, bro. That was you should have been here.
Oh, my God, we were a dynasty.
Because man, you missed it.
Again, great comics like you and Tommy Johnigan and Ryan Hamilton and guys that I know.
Bill Wennington.
Yeah. You just show up and I got BJ Armstrong? That's who I got to play with?
Oh, man.
I wanted to dish it to someone fun. But they really, it was the same problem with Jay and I.
No, they helped a lot of people and the friends and great comics alike. I just think they're straight junk.
Since we're matching radio hosts that we didn't have enjoyable times with.
Yeah, let's do it.
Dan Soder's been a problem for you historically.
A real problem.
Aside from the Bonfire, man, cow in Chicago.
Okay, I've heard multiple shitty things about him.
I'll tell you what. That's another one.
Good time.
That's another one I said I would never do again. He doesn't even talk to you at all. He like DJs a fucking
little person in a robot outfit walked into the room in the middle of the interview live on the air and starts humping motherfuckers' legs. And I don't know how to react to that.
Because you're plugging your weekend and you're like, I'll be at Zany's downtown.
In a bikini. He's asking me questions about the Iran-Contra affair. Bro, I don't even do those types of jokes, bitch. Like, this is...
That's so funny.
This is Sullivan and Son Roy, and you know my comedy was way softer 7-8 years ago.
Trying to get that TBS crowd.
Yeah.
I get it.
Dude. It was not fun. It was.
I did his last show. The next day, they turned the whole station to Christian rock, and
they cleansed.
They got rid of
the whole station. They had to cleanse.
I did the last one, but I hate always. It's in the middle. He goes, Jay, you're here for how many days? Like 2, 3. I go, I'm doing 2 in downtown and 1 in Rosemont. He goes, cool. He goes, oh, wait a second. Bruce Willis is on the line. It's a guy impersonating Bruce Willis to talk about something.
And you're just sitting there looking stupid.
Stupid. Next to Chuck Zanoff from Enough's Enough. 80s one-hit wonders.
Chuck Zanoff.
Chip's enough.
It was me, Steve Byrne, Ahmed, and John Hodgman. Now, you think I had a rough time. You know Hodgman. Hodgman's that low-key Portland, awkward, quiet, whisper, Maine. Like, he's white.
He's like, hello, how are you?
Why aren't you talking, bro? What's your problem, bro?
Dude, I can't stand it. And he wears sunglasses inside. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's a real sign of a real fucking idiot.
If it wouldn't ruin
Besides if you're blind.
If it wouldn't ruin it for the comedians that come after me, because these comedy clubs work to build a relationship with the station, they get a hookup to bring the comics in to keep live comedy alive, support live comedy.
And if you don't sell tickets, you need guys like that.
So I can't go in there and be the total asshole I want to be, but God is my witness. I'm gonna pull and lock this in and record it so we can play it back. At some point in my career, I'm going to pull the greatest troll job of all time and just go from station to station across this country promoting a show that does not exist, or like some weird TV show, whatever it is, and just getting them to sound stupid. I almost got it approved at a Boston radio station, a service where I just sell you your, and this is a real thing, where you can sell people clean pee.
Yeah.
And I was trying to come on the air to promote my urine, and if people want my urine,
that's so great.
Meet me down at the Dunkin' Donuts. I'll be down there like a book signing, but like for clean piss.
All right, Roy's going to be peeing in the bathroom at Dunkin' Donuts right off the I-95. Roy, thanks for coming in. Again, let people know where they can get your piss. Can they get your piss? All right, Roy Wood.
Anybody out there getting a government job this weekend's going to want to look at Roy Wood's piss.
What's going on? It's Boomer in the dugout. We're here with Roy Wood selling his piss. I-95, Dunkin' Donuts. If you got $50, Roy's
we
got
still got 2 more vials of piss left. The 19th caller.
It's Gatorade Thursday. We're feeding Roy as much Gatorade as possible. Get that piss real clear and hydrated.
Hydration hump day.
Everyone knows you're not leaving till your piss is clear. Dude, they're fucking, dude. It's what I get sometimes on the road, just trying to promote comedy clubs. Is they'll be like, billions. Give us some spoilers, and you're like, you think I'm gonna come on this show and ruin my job?
Give them fake. That's what they don't know.
That's what Jay does.
That's what I do every day. Dan's not here because he's filming. I just give plot points that aren't real.
Yeah, and then it's fun.
They always involve full penetration sex.
And it's always great when you see the tweets when the season comes out, and they're like, "Soder, when do you get gang raped by the aliens?" And I was like, "It's episode 9, guys.
You gotta hang in there.
It's deep in the season.
It's a twist. Jay really gave up a lot.
It's a real arc. It's a real good story arc.
Yeah, I want to come up with fictional people. I got to build the websites and the social media of the people that I'm going to hate and have fake beefs with.
Well, here's the deal.
It's going to be really intricate.
Let's the 3 of us get on a group text and let's start putting names, like a hit list, and then we'll also start coming up with fake ideas to sell these people. And then it'll just kind of be like a bag you can go into, be like, I want to fuck with this guy or this idea.
Yeah,
and we'll put it together.
And I just think that that's the best way to. It's the only way radio's fun for the most part. Is if you go, because there are very few jocks that go in and legitimately are trying to help you sell and really promote yourself and really having a conversation.
I've never
you just feel like a peg that fits in a hole for them.
I've never enjoyed one. That's how I feel mostly at morning TV.
I won't do
morning TV's worse.
I'm saying no. I'm saying no to it most of the time at this point.
Morning TV,
it's absolutely pointless.
Going after the Girl Scouts.
I'm going to start easy with the morning TV. My first move now with morning TV is whenever, because you always follow the cooking segment.
Always.
They don't respect comics to put us before the food. They put the food out first, and then they bring the comedian on to tease your segment. Go out there and stand with the chef, and he's going to give you a nibble of whatever. And you're supposed to sit there and grin and act like this shit is good. Fuck that. Even if it's good, I'm spitting it out. I'm just going, nah.
I haven't taken a shower since I jerked off in the hotel bed last night. Now I'm standing next to a chef.
And he's like, touch it. You go, you don't want me to touch this hoss.
I got jizz on my sweats.
You go, dude, I'll tell you this right now. If I throw some of what's in my right hand in that pan, it might sizzle up like an egg.
Now, how much fun would it be to come up with a fictional comedy club that doesn't exist and book yourself for morning TV?
I mean,
Good Morning Wisconsin.
Yeah, and they're just like, Dan Soder's going to be here, and
no one's double checking anything, and it's going to cost somebody their job probably. So I got to have.
I would say
I got to go to church to make sure I feel good about myself after I do it.
I would say do a real comedy club, and when you're working the club and you're on the road and you have to do the morning TV, you promote a fake movie or a fake special or something like it's coming out on Friday.
Oh, movie would be
great. Like, that's not a movie.
Bitch, that's it.
Yeah, like an inside baseball, really obscure. So people would hear it. They would
I'm glad I didn't give a bunch too much hype to me being in that Isn't It Romantic movie.
Yeah.
Because the trailer came out, and I'm not in the trailer. It's fine. I'm in 2 little scenes, so that didn't blow my mind.
You're talking about the new
Rebel Wilson, Adam Devine movie. But then I went on IMDb.
Yeah.
And I'm not listed in the movie at all. And then I told Christine that and a couple people, and they go, well, they might not have the whole IMDb list. I go, maybe that's true, but they do already have like girl on phone too. I go, they got her.
You know what I mean?
This is how you find out you're not in the movie.
But also, Jay, sometimes it's not the production that put girl on phone too. It's her went on IMDb and she's like, I need people to know that I'm in this movie.
Sure, but still,
you can still be guy jerking off in window.
I don't think I'm going to be guy jerking off in window anymore.
You're cut.
Yeah, I think I'm cut.
You're cut from the film,
I think I'm totally cut for sure.
Okay. It does hurt.
I still get a kick
when you get cut. It hurts.
I still get a kick out of looking over and seeing Roxanne Shante when we do this pre-record.
Yeah, in our old studio.
Cool. Rock the Bells.
Yeah,
Rock the Bells Radio. Black Lou sent us an email.
Am I there yet? Am I back? Did I make it yet?
Yep. Still not there.
Look how long that IMDb list is.
Double Dutch Girl.
Double
good news is, guys, says Eric W. Espinoza plays Office Worker 5.
Yeah, Office Worker 5. They have his picture up.
I'm a big fan of
homie.
Trevor.
High school, you was the man, homie.
Shit.
They did you dirty, bro.
Oh, dude. Don't worry. Esteban Benito's hot cop.
Oh, and what's the other comic who was there? Michelle Buteau in the trailer and definitely listed on IMDb.
Oh, yeah, she's right there. It's Martina.
Well, she's also a series regular on another TV series.
She's doing well.
Yeah.
That's hilarious fun. Also, I didn't put it together too much because I hate acting. I don't hate acting. I hate like the process of being there all day to do almost nothing.
Yeah.
It takes forever. And they called me at one point. They go, hey, we have to reshoot those scenes. We have to redo those scenes. Can you come in and do wardrobe again and stuff? So I remember I went out to Brooklyn to do wardrobe again one day, and I'm just like, how many days are they going to need me back on the thing again? Like, it'll be like 1 or 2 tops. And then I'm like, all right. And then they called like 2 days later, and they went, you know what? Actually, it's like they actually don't need you to shoot them anymore. And I was like, great.
And that's when it happened.
And I thought that meant like they were like, editor, you know what? The first ones are fine.
You know, she was probably on the phone with Jay, and the editor went like this. I think we're just going to cut the scene.
Yeah, he goes, you want to drag this asshole out to Long Island again? He doesn't seem to want to be here.
It takes Steve Byrne to tell the story. But like the same way there's guys like you that don't really want to be there, there's guys that are like background that are doing the most to try and get seen.
Dude, I saw a background just recently on an episode of Billions. I can't say what happened without giving spoilers, but this one guy, I was like, dude, your effort alone into try to get on camera is impressive. And I've just walked through the room a couple times. And this one guy would like be in a different place. He'd be like, do you need me to be this? And the director's like, I don't know. And the guy's like, I'll do it. And you're like,
too aggressive. My favorite thing to watch now, just from being on enough productions of things, is I caught it on Punisher, the new season of Punisher, early episodes. Yeah, when they were hanging out at, like the honky tonk bar.
Yeah, Jason Cantor is a comic in that.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's in the bar scene multiple times.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah. It's hilarious. But it was in that Shooter Jennings was like performing or whatever. And when they cast extras to be into music, 'cause the show I was on, that Z-Rock show, was all about a band, and just having people and they go, all right, cue audience, and they just got There's never any rhyme or reason. It's like an old man in like a fucking cabbie hat and like, young people with like nose piercings connected to their ear piercing, tatted up people, dads, and they all have to do this. They all got to go with labelless beers.
Rewatch episode 1 because Jason Cantor does some fake dancing.
Yeah, just the casting. That's season 1.
What you were saying, Steve Byrne.
It takes Steve Byrne to tell the story, but at Sullivan and Son, we had an extra that was in the background of every shot for the entire episode, even though this episode took place over 3 days.
That's great.
Vince Vaughn is in the edit. And he's going there, chopping down the episode. And he goes, who the fuck is this guy that's still... And we had to go back and reshoot some of the scenes.
Because he was just in it. Not have him in there.
And he was gone forever, never to be seen again.
Jeez.
Never to be seen again. The shit that's even better than that is when they're shooting a show, or you're dealing with extras that aren't used to... So when they shot 42, and I wasn't there for this, but everybody back in Birmingham told me about it. So there's a baseball stadium that's like retrofitted to like be old school, whatever. Mm-hmm. That's in Birmingham. So any old school baseball movie, they almost always shoot scenes at this park.
Yeah.
So they call up black people. Hey, we're shooting 42. You want to be an extra in the movie, and motherfuckers in Alabama who don't know enough that this is going to be an all-day thing. Fuck yeah, nigga, I'm going down to be in the movie, motherfucker. And they're going, and they're sitting, and they're sitting.
So long.
And they're sitting.
And cut. All right,
sitting.
extras, you get 10 minutes. We're going to turn it around.
Niggas bounced. They fucking left. And there are scenes in 42 where the audience is CG'd because people in Birmingham was like,
couldn't
fuck
stay
it,
there all day.
I'm out.
That is fucking
You can
hilarious.
keep the money.
There you go. I'm good.
Do you remember early comedy when people would use extra work and use the movie or whatever as their credit? That's
I
the
totally
funniest thing.
remember that.
When I started the
couple
Laugh
guys.
House in Philly, that was great. One guy used to use
Invincible?
No, it was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but like there's a scene in the background where he's like just like dancing at a house party in the background, like the white like Michael J. Fox dance too.
Yeah, dude. There was a. The best part is, Billions sometimes has real Wall Street people, like real big Wall Street people on the show, just to make cameos or whatever. So they had one, but it was extra work basically, and I was talking, dude. This fucking guy, and I don't want to give it away, did one of the craziest trades in history, and I can't say it without like revealing who it is. But I'm talking to the guy, and he's like, "Tell me about it." And I'm like, "Do you know how long you're going to be here?" That was our conversation. Where I just interrupted. I go, "Do you know how long you're going to be here?" And he goes, "They said a couple hours." I was like, "Oh, buddy, you're here for. I'm here for 16. You're here for probably 12." And he was like, God really? Damn. And watching a fucking 100 millionaire be told that you have to wait around and you have no control is like watching him be like, yeah. So
find your light, asshole.
Yeah, it's like just some art school dropouts like, move! You're in the way the crane shot comes through. You're standing right here. He goes, I took down a fiscal institution.
And the other extras hate him because he's not a real actor and not serious about it. Ain't about that life. Dude, it's a subculture amongst extras.
I caught an extra talking shit. Season 2 of Billions, we go to a birthday party.
You fucking stool pigeoned on him?
Dude, I talk shit right back to him because I 0 to 60 sodered on him.
Oh, shit. Classic.
It's a birthday party, and dude, we were filming overnight, and it was fucking freezing. It was like in December. It was cold as shit. We have trailers, like, and there's holding for extras, but then we were allowed to go into the mansion. It was like at Bobby Axelrod's like mansion.
Okay.
So the cast was allowed to go in and play pool, and it was like it was fucking awesome. It's like laying on the couch. When I was done with my scene, I was like, "Oh, fucking eat half an edible." I'm just standing in the back dancing. I was like, why not? So I'm hanging out, and like, and so they break for dinner at like 1 a.m. because we're filming until 4 or 5 in the morning.
Okay, sunrise.
Yeah. So we're like filming. We break for dinner, and we get back to set, and we get out of the transpo van, and one of the extras, as we're walking on stairs, he goes, "No, it's cool. I'll stand by the douchebags," talking about us. And I go, "What the fuck did you say, dude?" And he's like, "What? I go, "Did you just call us douchebags?" And he goes, No, I didn't. And a PA comes over, he's like, "Is this guy a fucking problem?" Because the PAs in that point, they can fire you. They can fire extras.
Nice.
They just got to go to the fucking assistant director and be like, "Hey, that extra's a problem. We're going to get rid of him." Dude, this guy, catching him talking shit and watching him just be like, no, I didn't mean any of that. I go, "Dude, I heard exactly what you said."
Way to change his opinion about Wall Street assholes, Dan.
Why?
What the fuck did you say to me?
Dude, the guy
Do I get to take my blazer off?
No, I wasn't gonna fight the guy. I was saying like he was talking shit like we weren't gonna hear him, and then we heard him, and it's funny because he was trying to act badass, but when you call someone out on talking shit and you watch him just wilt, and he was like, no, and you're like, why are you talking shit? Why are you talking shit then, dude? I understand it sucks. And I told him that. I go, "Dude, I know this sucks. You signed up for it. You signed up for this." And he goes, I know.
I think you got to talk to him like you're breaking him down for the military.
No, dude, it was also the thing was I felt bad because like it was fucking freezing out, and like I did feel bad. These guys had to like you watch how they treat extras.
You and your douchebag friends are playing pool.
I don't know, maybe get a fucking part on the show, dude.
Yeah.
How about you stop fucking?
Step your game up.
How about you stop sucking at life and go fucking nail an audition or know the creator?
Maybe you can know the creator.
No, but that guy, I told that guy, I'm like, "Dude, I understand when we broke, like when the scene was over, I was like, dude, I understand your frustration, but don't talk shit. Because then someone's going to hear you." And he was like, "Yeah, you're right. And I was like, "You're still going to talk shit."
By the way, then you walked away and he went, "Pussy."
Yeah, he went, "Fucking do something." Dude, how great would it be?
He goes, "No, I understand. You're right. You're always right. Fucking pussy."
Yeah. How great would that be if I came back to work and I was like, "I got fired Billions, because I beat the fuck out of an extra. They're like, dude,
It's funnier if you got fired because you started a fight with an extra and he beat the shit out of you.
He body slams me through a table, a party table.
He goes, I said, well, I'll be over here by the douchebags.
Or he goes, oh, I'm sorry, is your ear blocked? And just wet willies me.
I saw an extra cuss out. He got fired in the middle of a scene. He cussed out the wardrobe assistant.
That's crazy.
Like, it's not even, it's like, it's a person who is also trying to keep their job. So they mean
everyone on set, besides the director, even the director's trying to keep their job.
Dude, he snapped it. And this is a multicam. So there's an audience. And he just fucking undressed it. He had on the wrong shirt for the wrong scene.
Yeah.
And she's quiet about it. Joe, you're wearing a blue shirt, but for this scene and rehearsal, you needed to have the green shirt. Well, goddamn it, bitch! You the one gave me the goddamn shirt, bitch! Shit!
Everyone on set's like,
he fucking lost it.
I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I don't need this bullshit.
I just watched Jackie Robinson play his first game 3 weeks ago. You know what that was like?
He does classic black guy shit where he just starts saying his full name and shit. I'm Joe McDonald, and you motherfuckers ain't telling me which goddamn shirt I'm sick and tired of this shit.
You know where they don't play this shit? Decatur, Georgia. And that's where I'm from. Me and my family. Why don't you say something to me?
Warner Brothers security walks on the set to walk him to the fucking front gate.
Dude.
Don't even get your shit. We'll bring it to you.
Great.
Wow.
That he got home to his apartment in Studio City. And his wife was like, how'd filming go? He goes, I yelled at a lady.
And honestly,
I've had better days.
I feel like they really saved his life because, you know, Vince Vaughn's on that 0 to 60 Soder shit. Like, Vince Vaughn's on some... He's still a regular motherfucker. Like, for whatever you think, star power, whatever, Vince Vaughn will fucking grab you. And if nobody's looking, motherfucker, I might fucking have to. I ain't never seen it, but I can feel that vibe. He's a Chicago motherfucker. And you can just tell, because Steve Byrne is nice.
He's also a big boy.
Yeah. Steve Byrne is like the cool De Niro, and then Vince Vaughn just comes around the corner like Pesci with a fucking ice pick.
This motherfucker, this is the guy that said we can't change his fucking shirt. Fuck you.
That's funny you say Steve's I've seen Steve Burns probably the comedian I've seen in the most fun.
This was after the jawbreak, and this is when Steve got all serene and zen-like.
Yeah, gotcha.
After Steve got his jaw broken in a fight.
Jawbreak was a decade after I stopped a fight he was in on stage at the comic strip where he had staples in his fucking head. He ended up having to get
what?
I didn't know that Steve Byrne was the Mick Foley of comedy. He's just making fucking
buddy, tables, ladders, and chairs matches. Dude, he's the hardcore champion.
He got into it with a season 2. He got into it with an Armenian cab driver, and in the fight, he got his jaw broken. He got his jaw wired shut, and he almost canceled. Almost canceled us.
Almost canceled you.
They almost can't because the window for production, and we don't know, and then season 1 is too far away from season 2. We can't.
The Armenian cab driver goes, "Do you want to see the mute button on Steve Byrne? Right here, right here, baby."
You don't go with the Armenian cab. I spit on an Indian cab driver recently. He just threatened me with a 20-ounce seltzer water.
But what Jay
was going to hit me with,
But what Jay doesn't know is that in his next life, he's coming back as a caterpillar on a stack of shit.
I blew it. Yeah, I definitely blew it for my next life.
I don't know why people get mad at cab drivers anyway. It's a cab. That's the game, man.
Yeah.
Same thing with people. What I like? Why you mad? It's a $3 ride.
Oh, no, I was mad at him for like turning his light off because he didn't want to pick us up in the rain and just like was a dick about it.
Oh, yeah. That's all in the game.
Oh, no, when you're in the cab and you get into it with a cab, I feel like it's like an Italian relationship. You're just like, I fucking love you. I hate you. Oh, God damn it. Oh, it's all passionate.
Driving too fast, but I know you want me to get there on time.
It's like a black barbershop. Slow down, baby. If you want me to slow down, motherfucker, you should have took the bus. I bet you that bus slow, goddamn.
I love it, dude. I go, take the upper level. I take lower level. I said, upper level. He's like, when I pull over, me and you will kiss.
I didn't argue with a guy one time that I was swearing that what he was doing was the wrong thing, and it ended up being he was right.
Yeah.
But it was like something that just changed that day of like a road opening, and I was saying no, but we were arguing about it. He's like, I'll give you the ride for free if we can't make a left up here. I go, I'll take that, but we were arguing, and then after that we ended up talking the rest of the trip, and it was like fun. It was like fine. I was like, oh shit, man, you know what, you got me. I didn't know,
That's the fucking best when you go from foes to friends.
Yeah.
By the end, you go, you know what, man, have a safe night. He goes, you too, man. Thanks. All right, dude. I was really about to try to reach through and fight you, and then I saw the assault a cab driver get 25 years in prison.
We got to fucking wrap this up.
What?
Yeah.
We didn't even get to the email?
We didn't even
Roy, can you come back and do a whole hour with us?
Let's do something proper next time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Roy Wood, his new hour special, No One Loves You, premiering Friday. That is tomorrow, January 25th at 11 p.m. on Comedy Central. Jacob already saw it? You listened? That's right. You had to load it in the machine. Yeah.
Jacob's our guy. He's like our tastemaker. He comes in and lets us know because he has to load in all the hours. He came in singing some high praises for your special.
Nothing short of fantastic, always.
One of the funniest
he's also going to be
dudes out
hosting the new season of This Is Not Happening, which premieres February 1st. Thanks so much for hanging out. Dan Soder going to be at the Punchline in Atlanta, January 24th tonight
through Saturday. 3 shows on Saturday, so come on out.
And in the Bell House, New York, tri-state area, come out big at the Bell House in Brooklyn, New York, Thursday, April 18th. Get tickets for that and all Dan shows, dansoder.com.
DC, Big J is going to be at the DC Improv tonight through Saturday. After that, heading to Austin, Texas for Cap City, February 14th through the 16th. Go get tickets at bigjcomedy.com. And, of course, go watch our videos on YouTube.
And listen to our podcast.
Yeah, it's on.cc.com/bonfire YouTube.
Let us know, subscribe, rate, review. Let us know you're listening. Let us know you're watching so we can give these people some numbers so we can maybe get some more media going for you guys. I love you, Deanne.
I love you, Jay. Roy, thanks for coming in, dude.
Thank you so much, Roy, on behalf of the whole crew here. We'll catch you guys next week live. Crackle, crackle.
Bye.